I think the issue of immigration is an international and a global issue. Now, you can respond to it in one of two ways. You can say, how do you integrate citizens who come from other countries, give them legal status, make sure they learn what needs to happen in the country? Because if I want to go live in Germany, I must learn German. I must learn German laws. I must operate the German way. So a dialogue gives us an opportunity to say, what is that way? What is the South African way? But what Dudula is doing is, frankly, in my view, bordering on, because it is going out identifying people illegally. How does it, what power does Dudula have to verify papers of immigrants? It doesn't. So it goes out, it prescribes who is an immigrant, who's not, and then at the end of the day uses this to scapegoat citizens who come from other countries for government failures. What we should be doing coming out of this is to say, in dealing with the question of immigration, how do we integrate? But more crucially, let us stop ourselves in places where you can have communities that become exclusively about nationalities. You don't want little Lagos, or you don't want little Malawi, yeah, or whatever. You want integration. That's my view on immigration. Because then you can share knowledge and you can be part of this beautiful African continent. The same Dudula would never do that to American citizens, to Russian citizens, to any Asian citizens. They do it to fellow Africans. Why? Immigration is immigration, whether black, white, Indian, or colored. We must deal with immigration. But let's not be selective about picking where you want to pick and choose. Because at the end of the day, if they finish with the immigrants, they are going to come after Tswanas, Zulus, Xhosas, and then we will all as a society be fragmented into federalism of our own tribe.
It's going to happen in the next 15 minutes. And if it doesn't happen in the next 15 minutes, we're going to have a problem. Can you please just agree on that? We are not here to ask, guys. Maybe let me just emphasize that. We are not here to ask. We are here to demand these jobs. Because all these people are South African nationals and they are not employed. Because of you. You are employing foreign nationals and they don't have the skills. And that is wrong. We are not here, we don't want money, we don't want anything. We just want these people to be employed. And that is going to happen today. Whether we give you CVs or we don't, you are going to remove each and every foreign national that is in this environment and you are going to employ South Africans. That is all what we're asking for. Thank you so much.
Can I request on the time?
Thank you, Kama. This pen could be a weapon, couldn't it? So there's always a ambiguity about what is a weapon and what isn't a weapon. We have seen many marches in which people are carrying what they call traditional weapons, knobkiri, for instance, spears even. Those are dangerous weapons. And this matter has a long history in South Africa, by the way. I come from the East Rand and I have strong memories of what happened. Now, we are giving a clear message today that people should participate in protest action unarmed. For those who don't have any intentions otherwise.
Do we appreciate the full weight of what unemployment does to a young person in our country?
You know, I think there is no greater crisis in our nation bigger than that one. The face of poverty is fast becoming younger. It is largely black, it is women. It is telling a story of a young person who thinks that regardless of whether I go to school, I still can't find a job. I meet enough graduates who I meet in the streets of Soweto, in townships, who say to me, but I went to university. And what life promised me was that if you go get a degree, you'll get a job. But today I've got unemployed doctors, unemployed teachers, unemployed engineers who are staying at home. So I think we haven't fully grasped the fact that in real numbers, if the unemployed in this country were to line up, they would literally start in Cape Town and end up in Cairo. That's the image we need to think about. 4.7 million South Africans, that would be 2/3 of Soweto, the whole of Johannesburg, literally being unemployed. That's the image that must stick with us in our heads. And so today in 1976, when we think about this question of commemorating 76, these were young South Africans who said,
abantu bangaphandle ama-foreigners afike la eSouth Africa alinganelwa ku-6.4 million aqashiwe asebenzayo. Mese ubuka isibalo sabantu abangasebenzi eSouth Africa, abantu abangasebenzi eSouth Africa bawu-8.1 million. So uhulumeni akwazi ukusitshela ukuthi uzohlawulisa lezi inkampani o-100,000 uma eyibambe ziqashe abantu bokufika manje. Akwazi ukuhlawulisa lezo inkampani imali encane. Lezi inkampani fanele zikhokhe ama-million. Inkampani fanele ikhokhe boma 7 million. Ngoba lezi inkampani yizo eziqashe abantu bokufika in an expense of ama-South Africans. Lezi inkampani zikwazile ukugenerate a massive profit over 10 years ziqashe abantu bokufika, abantu base-South Africa bengasebenzi. So lezi imali lezi ekuthiwa bazohlawuliswa zona manje ngoba sekuqalwa manje kunyakaziswa lento yama-foreigners kuthiwa bazohlawulisa yona engango-100,000 incane leyo mali. Lezi inkampani fanele zihlawuliswe boma 10 million 5 million ngayinye mayibanjiwe. Mase kuthathwa leyo mali kucompensate abantu abebehleli bengasebenzi for over 10 years eSouth Africa. Ngoba zonke lezi inkampani ziqashela abantu abawu-6.4 million. Kucompensate abantu abawu-8.1 million abahleli eSouth Africa abangasebenzi. Ngoba i-result yokuthi abantu bangasebenzi eSouth Africa is because of inkampani eqasha abantu bokufika, is because of labor. U-Department of Labour all these years bengawenzi umsebenzi wakhe. Bebehamba abaka-Department of Labour behamba beyothatha imali. Instead ukuthi benze umsebenzi wabo bakhipha abantu bokufika ba-check ukuthi inkampani ziyacomply. But all these years these people were not doing that. So why now mase kumashwa manje sefanele kuliwe nendaba zabantu bokufika bakhuluma indaba zokuthi bazohlawulisa inkampani o-100,000? Why man bekhuluma indaba zokuthi bazoqasha abantu abawu-10,000 abazosebenzela uLabor benza ama-inspection all these years? What about ama-South African fanele akompensate isikhathi sawo ehlele engasebenzi, fanele akompensate ngoba beqashwe amakwerekwere iy'nkampani zibe zenza a massive profit in an expense of South African. Mangahlalwa ngathi la.
Hi, I'm a South African. I'm unemployed. I don't even have a car. I ride bicycles. I'm broke. I have HIV. I live in a zinc house. Shacks. I am unskilled. My country was owned by white people. It's still owned by white people. I don't own land. I drink every day. All the people around me are lazy. We are all lazy in Sunkist and Gorgeous. And we have an iPhone 7 Pro Max, 1 terabytes, paid in full. I'm a criminal. I am jealous of my African brothers. I'm xenophobic, and I'm the worst human being in the world. No one in my country is kind or a good person. One question. Why would anyone want to be around someone like me? Why don't you want to go home then? Go home. Awubulawa mfethu, hamba kini. Hayi wena thina we are the worst thing in the world, yeah? Hamba kini. Yeah, it's Proverbs 27 verse 10. Shouldn't use this neighbor. Yeah, not too far away. I'm too far. And it's, we are brothers, but you can say anything you want about me, yeah? So why don't you just go home, bro? Mwah, I like you. May I love you, Fitz, when you are gorgeous, when. Oh!
Hi guys, I'm so speechless after watching some of these videos. South Africans, there's already this perception that you guys are lazy. And we are seeing videos of people walking into organizations, companies owned by the white foreigners. And you are demanding that they employ South Africans without experience, without qualification, without CVs. Who does that? Wait, make it make sense to me, South Africans. Who does that? Clearly, Operation Dudula and Match to Match movement leaders have failed you guys. How do you walk into a company you know nothing about just because you are fighting for your citizens, your nationals, your people to have jobs? You walk in and tell someone or a group of people to employ South Africans without any qualification, with nothing. This is a job war. This is nothing but a job war. And it's like we are missing it. You guys have taken advantage of an opportunity and you are using it to intimidate. Make it make sense, South Africans. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section. I am really lost. A lot of people have been tagging me in some of the videos and I have been wondering what's going on, what's happening here. I had to take my time to really look at it, watch it. I watched and kept watching, and I'm like, some South Africans, if not all, because you cannot use the actions of a couple of people to judge everyone, but some South Africans have lost it. They have missed it. Guys, let me know what you think. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section. Credit goes to everyone whose video was used. I'll see you in my next video. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.